Thank you, Gavin. Very nice to be here. First, let me ask everybody, how many of you have a smartphone on you right now? Almost everybody. Why do we call them smart? They don't even know you're the owner. If they were stolen, the thief would own it. Your dog's smarter than the smartphone because the dogs know who their owners are. So how do we get machines that we built to understand what we want and who we are by biosensors? And that's what I'm here to talk about, electronic biosensors. Our company's vision is to have machines conforming to humans. We've been at it for 7 years, and in the past 3 years, we have various products hitting the consumer market. Not so much in Europe, but they're coming. But we've been selling the products in the US as well as part of Asia. And today, I'm going to show you a few of those examples. But before I do that, let's see the phone on the left I just mentioned. If I were to integrate our sensor, which, by the way, I'll give you a little hint, there are 4 smartphone models will be equipped with the sensor come January in the US. And it actually would detect who you are and detect your biosigns and give you health reports and so on and so forth. How about the picture on the right side? I do this a lot in hotel rooms. I turn on the TV, I fall asleep, and the TV's still on, the light's still on. If we were to integrate our sensors in the pillows, if we were to fall asleep, then it would know to turn off your lights for you and turn off your TV for you and maybe turn up the temperature a little bit so it's more comfortable for you. So that's what I mean by machines conforming to humans. But we all have to start somewhere. So back in 2009, this is where we started with our biosensor detecting brainwaves and interpreting the brainwaves into meanings. Okay, so that was the Star Wars Force Trainer. We co-branded with Star Wars and George Lucas. It just so happens we're from the San Francisco area, so I had friends going to college that worked for him, so it worked out great. That was a very easy way to break into the market. If I were to tell everybody, hey, I want you to levitate a ball, you would think this is bad technology and I'm lying to you. But if I told you, hey, use your force to levitate a ball, then everybody, I get what that is. So that product went very well actually in 2009, and it's called the Star Wars Force Trainer. It looked like this, and the picture was specially designed to teach you how to use the force. In fact, the product had 50 different phrases from the original Yoda actor that's recorded inside, and they were not heard from the movie, so it became a collector's item. I was since this was our very first product breaking into the market, I was quite worried about it not being popular. And George Lucas said to me, and I never forget this, he said, don't worry, I have 2 million fans still living in their mother's basement. They'll buy anything I tell them to buy on StarWars.com. And that was true. We sold quite a bit of them that way. The next product, actually got a higher honor, was voted, it's called MindFlex, it's voted top 100 most influential toys from 1923 to the present. In fact, from year 2000 to now, in the 21st century, only 4 products were voted into this category. And perhaps you have seen this, if you were in the US, they're sold everywhere, from Target stores to Toys R Us, everywhere, even in Asia now. And this is the first generation I'm showing you. This is the second generation just released last Christmas. It's a dual player mode. You can actually duel somebody against you. I didn't bring that video here in order to save time. And then we had this ADD, ADHD game. It's not everything's all just games and fun. This is actually quite serious. And we use a little bit of brainwave measurements. Sorry, no sound here. Brainwave measurements. And you can see the brainwave measurements at the bottom showing up. And you can train yourself to turn a wizard into a toad. This is actually a very comprehensive game to treat ADD. It takes 21 sessions, 25 days to play. and it shows very good results. It was developed by Wollongong University from Australia, and it was written by the Row 7, backed by the UK government. I just want to show briefly that ever since we introduced our product, something happened. The left-hand side is the darker blue bars are the EEG industry kind of showing a little decrease while we're increasing. It means that the consumer EEG device, which means brainwave devices, are taking over, and the old medical type of devices are shrinking. Lastly, I want to show a product that's going very well this year. This video received over 2 million hits in 5 days on YouTube, and now they're selling in Japan and US. I'm trying to test the market for Europe.
She's moving the ears with her brain power.
Yes, just by her feelings. There are 4 emotions programmed into the ears, very cat-like.
Where can I buy that again?
You can buy online right now.
I'm getting one of those. That's going to be awesome. Did you bring any with you?
Actually, I think one of my German suppliers are here tonight. He might have a pair.
Oh, you got it. Can he bring it tomorrow? Can we see it working tomorrow?
I'll see if he has it.
Yeah, bring it around. I think there's a lot of us would love to see it.
But if you want to see this thing in action, you can actually purchase online. It's only $99. It'll be 99 euros here because of the VAT.
Okay. Great. All right, I got to stop you there,
Okay.
but I want to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
Let's just pop out to the front here because they're going to change up the computers.
Okay.
This one's, he is on Orange. Orange for him. There we go.
Okay.
So I just want to, how did you get involved in NEUROSKY? Like, what's your background, your training? Is there something that led you to this, to making, things that fit on people's heads that make ears perk up?
Yeah, I'm just a big Star Wars fan, but I don't live in my mother's basement.
Yet.
Not yet, no. I actually had 2 previous companies that joined a startup. In fact, I was CEO of the previous one.
Yeah.
And I sold that company back in 2004, and I just always wanted to do something that's more of on the bioelectronic side of things. And
now, I tried this out, and it's really easy to play. It's like a lot of fun to play where you can move the ball around. But it takes a long time to get good at it. Do you find kids get better at it, or do it much more quickly than adults, or?
Yeah, kids tend to have just more patience, and they're more curious, they're more open-minded. Adults tend to be a little skeptical. But actually, if you think about it, if you go to the hospital today, you can measure everything. We simply took the medical technology in the hospital and shrink it into a little chip so you can embed in a headset. And if you have more time for me, I can tell you a very nice story about it, about a medical case. But
I would love to. Would everyone like to hear the medical case story, or should we just end it right here? Be brutal. They want to hear it. Go for it.
All right.
Be quick, though.
Okay, I'll be very quick. So about 3 years ago, I got a call from this lady named Andrea. I have to use different names for them. They didn't want to be public. And she has a son named Mike. And Mike has cerebral palsy. That means he was damaged from birth, and he couldn't bat an eye. He couldn't blink. He couldn't move or anything his whole life. And it's been 21 years since 4 years ago, from 4 years ago. And so Andrea asked me, is there anything you can do to help me? Because we don't know if, I suspect Mike is very healthy inside. He's just trapped inside his body. And I said, well, we have this technology, we might as well try it out. So we went to their home and outfit them with our mindset technology. And we did a little simple programming, just to program as a yes or no, just give him the ability to say yes or no. And he practiced, and we actually did a little bit of practice to ask him if you like Big Mac. He said yes, but he didn't like Burger King, so no on that. And so after 21 years of taking care of Mike, Andrea knew a few things about what Mike liked and didn't like, and we were dead on with the yes and no's. And so something incredible happened. Well, Andrea asked Mike, do you know I'm your mother? And he goes, yes. And I step in and said, Mike, do you love your mother? And he goes, yes, 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 yes. Oh, wow. And this is the first time Andrea has heard her son saying, I love you, Mom, in his own way in 21 years.
Wow. Thanks, Stanley. Need a little more. It's a great story. Thank you very much.
Thank you.